That was another reason too. I was like, when I get a haircut, I'll record. Like, girl, nobody gives a fuck about your hair. All right. I'm recording this the day it's supposed to come out because one, I'm a master procrastinator. Two, some of my best work is done under pressure. And three, I'm scared out of my mind and I don't even want to admit it, but it's true. I'm really scared to put this out because a big part of my podcast is talking about my failures within entrepreneurship, my creative endeavors, and everything in between. And of course, no one's putting a gun to my head to put this out, but I think it's important to speak about because we're living in a time where flex culture is very prevalent and I don't like it. Especially within my industry, I am a lash artist. A lot of these girls are doing like, come spend the day with me, and they're pulling up to their salon suites and their Mercedes, and that's great. No hate, love. Very proud of you, but it's just not real. That's not everyone's circumstance. Me personally, I'm pulling up to work in a 2010 Volkswagen CC, and my shit is fucked up. Like, yeah, I mean, we could really get into it, but I don't know anything about cars. I just know something's off, mama. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of over it. It's very discouraging, and I think it's feeding into this idea of like success happens overnight, and also just feeding this idea to people, to the viewer, that all you do is win, win, win no matter what. And that's not the truth. That's not the case. I think I'm really scared to put this out because it can be perceived by anyone with internet access. And although I have no problem crying in public, I cry in my car, I cry at the bar. I did that 2 months ago, by the way. That's real. It's different when the whole world has access to me. And I know by doing so, I'm going to have to relinquish control of how people perceive me, my narrative, because everyone's going to interpret it their own way. Not everyone's going to resonate with what I'm saying, and that's fine. I just know sometimes that comes with negativity, and I really don't want to deal with it. So I just think it's stupid. I think it's really dumb. Whenever I don't like things, maybe I'll tweet about it. I never tag the person though. And I think another reason why I'm so scared to put this out there is because I have succumbed to my peers' influence. That's embarrassing in itself. I hate to think that I'm influenced by anyone. I like to think that I do me all day, every day, and that everything is self-motivated, but it's not. It's not the case. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. If you know, you know. Paterson, stand up. Free Fetty Wap. If you know, you know. This is where, this is a city where all dreams die. Okay? I think there's so much creativity and talent in Paterson, but unfortunately, a lot of us from a young age are discouraged from chasing our dreams because it's unrealistic. It's that much harder for a lot of us because we're, black and brown people living in this crab in a barrel type city. It's survival of the fittest. Really, all we're trying to do is survive. So chasing a dream feels secondary. It's not as important. Damn, now that I'm thinking about it, that's been present throughout my whole life. I remember when I was younger, I was probably like anywhere between 9 and 11. I don't really remember my life, if I'm being honest. But when I was within that age range, I went to this casting call to be a part of this acting school. I don't even know where it was held. couldn't tell you the details, but I did it. I got accepted. I did amazing, by the way, but I couldn't afford it. So, of course, that's unrealistic. $1,000 to take 3 classes is ridiculous. My mom was not doing that as a single mother, respectfully, rightfully so. And that was even present when I was choosing which high school I wanted to go to. I was between 2. I was going to do drama at Rosa Parks. It's a performing arts school here in Patterson, or cosmetology at PCTI in Wayne. It's a vocational school. So yeah, I kind of let my mom talk me out of going to Rosa Parks, even though I was really excited about doing it. I just chose cosmetology because it was my safety net. And of course, my mom still spoke life into me, and she was telling me, you can do acting in college, you could take classes on the side, and you can do that after high school. So I don't regret that decision at all. But again, that idea of like, what's gonna pay the bills? What's gonna put food on the table? How are we gonna survive with this dream? So I think for a long time, I really repressed what it is that I wanted to do, which was still beauty, because I really love cosmetology, but it was creating content. It was, starting a YouTube channel when I was, oh my God, I was like in the 5th grade and I had a camera. I believe it was like a Nokia or something like that. No, not a Nokia. It was a Kodak camera. Girl, it's that fucking song. It's that Drake song. Anyways, when I was in 5th grade, I had a camera and I would upload to YouTube all the time. Just like vlogs of like how my day was going and what I was doing at the... Girl, if you remember the William Patterson Saturday program, I believe it was Saturdays. Tap in, girl, because I was in that. I remember that's how I met Iman. That's the only person I remember from that program. But yeah, I would. Oh, and Deja, because I remember we would like chill around the hallway after class and then start recording each other. It was really fun. I don't know, and I just somewhere along the way, from 5th grade up until now, I lost my zest for life. I just continued drilling it in my head that, yeah, it's not supposed to happen for me. This isn't realistic. I need a real job. I even went to college. I didn't want to go to college. My mom made me go. She was just like, please, you do your first year, and then if you don't like it, you can drop out. And I get it. My mom just wanted me to have that experience and give it a try. But I should have dropped out, and I didn't. I ended up doing all 4 years. For what? Because although I do love psychology, I was still doing cosmetology. I would miss class to go to work because I was still working in cosmetology. I've spent so much more time thinking about this rather than just sitting in front of the camera. Because now I'm like 20 minutes in. I'm almost done. It's not that serious. I just don't know. I don't know where this pressure came from. And then to make matters worse, I started putting all these conditions on myself. Like, when I finally have this recording equipment, I'll start the podcast. Or maybe if I lose 5 pounds, just so my face looks super snatched on camera, I'll feel more comfortable. Therefore, I'd record more. And it's just like, mama, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Only me. No one watching this cares. No one gives a fuck about what I'm wearing. It's Adidas, by the way. It fell off, but just know I have labels too. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So why do I care so much? Embarrassing to even say that. I think I think I'm just embarrassed all around. I'm embarrassed to say that my peers have influenced me to not pursue my dreams. I'm embarrassed to say that I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say that I don't want you guys to perceive me, even though It's a good look. Yeah, I just feel a bunch of embarrassment and shame. But I'm trying to release that because I know that this is going to touch someone's heart. Someone's going to relate to it. And I don't even care if it's 3 people. Hey, it is what it is. And I don't know where this podcast is going to go. I'm also afraid of failing. But it's either going to go really, really well and I'm going to enjoy it. And, you know, hopefully maybe monetize it one day. Hopefully Squarespace, cut the check. I see the sponsorships. I need that. And I use the service. Don't do me. But I guess worst case scenario is that I put myself out there and I actually had the courage to do this, unlike a lot of my peers. And maybe we'll just like laugh at it one day. Right? I think that's all that matters. I don't even know. Yeah, now I just feel kind of stupid for putting it off so long because I'm here doing it and it feels easy. It doesn't feel stressful. Yeah, I guess I just put too much pressure on myself too. Which was another thing with even putting this out because I'm like, well, I think I want it to come out on Tuesday because it's the 3rd day of the week and 3 is my favorite number. Like, relax. My God, so maybe the real point of this episode is showing you how much I torture myself and the mental gymnastics that I do just to put myself out there and do the things that I say I'm going to do. And hopefully, like I said, someone feels me on that because God damn it, it's not fucking easy. And I hate that everyone's making it seem like it is because it's not. I waited so long to put this out that someone fully took my podcast name. I was going to call it Getting Real. And then every episode it was going to be like Getting Real about blah, 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 blah. And then I looked it up like between all the, databases, who has it, who doesn't. Yeah, it's taken already. And he's also talking about business. Shout out to him. I forgot his name. Maybe I'll put it here. I don't know. Probably not because you took my name. And now I'm upset. But really, all I can be mad at is myself. So if I've learned anything through sitting on this idea, it's that Michael Jackson was right. I need someone to fact check this just in case. I don't want to speak out of turn. Rest in peace to a ledge. Short for legend. I watched this video and they were talking about Michael and he said that whenever he would get a melody for a song, he would go to the studio right away just to record it, work on it because he didn't want God to give the idea to Prince. And hey, if I'm going to be motivated by anything else in this world, it's that you bitches don't take my ideas again. Because that Getting Real name meant something. Now it's the Haute Pod, which is on brand. It's just not what I wanted. But it's okay. We're here. It's for a reason. Whatever. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one very short and sweet. I'm going to just let y'all know this. Whatever you're doing in this world, in this lifetime, be passionate about it. Do it because you really want to, not because you're trying to make someone else happy. I've grown up watching others around me be miserable because they never lived out the life that they dreamt of. And I just don't want to be like that. I don't want to live with regrets. I don't want to live thinking, what if, what could have been. I just want to be okay in the present and know that although I don't know where this is going to go, I'm definitely stepping into the unknown. At least I know that I'll be happy and excited doing it because although it took a lot of work for me to sit down right now to record this, I am actually very excited to edit it and put it out because, again, this is my passion. No matter how scary it is, to put myself out there, to make myself seen. God, which is, let's talk about that too, the dichotomy of putting yourself out there, right? Because you would assume that because I want to put myself out there that I enjoy attention, which I definitely do, but only to a certain extent. only on my terms. Very weird. I don't know if there's anything else to say, because I feel like a lot of what I want to say can be talked about in other episodes and they'll be lengthier, more lengthy. Is lengthier a word? Hey Siri, is lengthier a word? It's a word, guys. Because y'all be like, more better. The fuck are you talking about? Anyway, open the schools. Or re-enroll. Anyway, I hope that you guys are doing what you need to do to fulfill your heart's desire, your life purpose. And yeah, what else could I hope for? That you're happy. Yay. I'm happier now. With all that being said, I am your host, Brittany Lopez. Welcome to the Haute Pod, and I'll see you next week.